Hey everybody, it's me, it's your good buddy Thorne again. It's been a long 2 days. We've been doing a lot of work here, and I was going to show you a little bit of stuff that we've done. And no pig. Okay, good. No pig. And so we're going to take a look at this. So voice is still a little scratchy, so I apologize for that. And I've done, well, I did a lot of digging. Let me show you what we've accomplished. The front looks the same, but there's a hole in the wall. And you know what? Let's go over here. My floating candles are still there. This railing is new. And if you look down this way, this is all new. It's a lot of digging. Let's fly over. This is the west side of the upper basilica right here. All the sandstone underneath it is the lower basilica. All this has been dug out. This whole mountain has been dug in and flattened out. And I did it one block at a time. Didn't use World Editor. I just crunched it. So each one of the bays has got a, oh, you know what? We're going to do the rest of the flyover. Tower's done. Tower looks great. Love it. Windows, I got some of the windows in place. And this little thing's hanging right now, but you know, don't pay any mind. Look at the sheep. Oh, look at the sheep. Don't concentrate on the hanging blocks. Look at the sheep. Go. Okay. Anyway, so you can see the tower, and you can see some towers have been done. And this is actually just the wing. So a lot of that work has been done. And we go around here looking at the happy sheep. Oh, sheep. No. Focus. Oh, lag. There we go. So, oh, creeper. Really? I just put my axe away. Anyway, so you can see the line where the upper basilica is, and then underneath the lower basilica where the creeper is messing around. Ah, perfect. And still got some digging out to do. This whole will be dug out and flattened. But the windows are in place. I still got to get the outer shell of the, I don't know, what is it called? The roundy bit. What is the roundy bit called? And, oh, it's not you. All right. Well, anyway, work on that later. The roundy bit. The front of the church, the roundy bit. Anyway, so that line at the bottom of this wood is the upper basilica. Everything below that is the lower basilica. And, oh, more sheep. And, oh, Dwarven City. And if we go over here, I have to add some more windows into this section. But you can see we've done quite a bit of work. Oh, just flying sideways. Hi, Callie. Callie the corgi's here. She's here with Cinnamon. They hate each other. But they live together, so go figure. So quite a bit of this is done. No, Callie, get out. They're not needed. I don't need a 20-pound corgi as a lap dog. Get out. Corgi. No. Don't give me the puppy dog line. No, quit. Anybody want a corgi? Oh, no, you get down. So anyway, on the east side, zoom up. East side, we've got a lot more work done, and I've built some trees. You know what? Let's go look at the sheep for a minute, because I want to show you the trees. And I'm going to do the lake at some point. So these are my trees. They started to be cypress trees, and then I realized that I'd used the wrong stuff. These are actually pines, which is fine. It's perfectly fine. I'm not. That one looks like crap. But other than that, yeah, that's just a little rough. Okay, so and then Arda spruce, which they don't look too bad. And there, oh, there's Mr. Pig. Hello, Mr. Pig. Did you want to be in a video? Hey, do you like Who's a Good Pig? Who's a Good Pig? You are. Yes, you are. Who's a good pig? Yes, you are. Who's a good pig? All right. Anyway, I just freaked the corgi out. Okay, so back around this dirt. Oh. Well, this is why you should always watch where you're going. Unfortunately, I forgot. Stop, Corgi. I forgot to fill that hole in. This is a test hole. I make horrible videos, don't I? Anyway, so, oh. Okay, don't do that. Do this. Oh, yes. I didn't even see that. Anyway, let's take one of those. Get rid of that. No, not that. Right there. Right there. Just put that one there. Right there. Yeah. Anyway. Now I have a fence. So, I kind of want to do these little trees. I kind of want to spot them around this deal. We get rid of it. We'll do a little building over here. Not about that far. Not that far. And right about there, because this is the edge of the wall. And that'll go. Oh, look at the cows. And that'll be down. Yeah, that'll look good. So we're back into here. And anyway, so we're back over here. Let's just go and look under this. The second, the lower Basilica, as it's called. And I actually did something smart. What I have been doing is, let me take a drink of my nice Lucky Bucket pre-prohibition lager. This is made in my home state. And it's actually pretty good. It's good. So, anyway, the lower Basilica obviously is a bit below the upper Basilica, and you access it through a door on the west side, and all the stuff on this level is the outer buildings anyway. This will be a building. It's made in sandstone. And there's one door coming in. And if you look at the church, it kind of has this multiple stepped in recessed doorway, which I thought this was a great use of the script block. I might fix that up there. And then the courtyard, the lower courtyard goes around, and we'll take a look at that from the inside. As we enter in, there's a series of bays, vaulted windows, and they're not all done. And I've tried to keep that same feel. And I've added glowstone in here because it's just so dark with the shaders on. But these kind of have a nice pulsing. Oh, that's so cool. Have a nice pulsing feel to it. And kind of, I don't know, I just think it looks neat. So we are underneath. Let's do this, watch. We are, where are we? There we are, and here we are here. And here's the floor plan of the underchurch, or the lower Basilica underchurch, with the crypt. And above us is the church. So the same follows the same footprint of the church, which is kind of cool. Look at all these bad guys. There's a whole cave complex underneath here, too. You can see this. I'll show you. Don't worry. I'll show you. I promise. So anyway, we enter in, and I haven't done any of the set dressings, so to speak. I still got quite a bit of work to do. You can see this whole corner is just not quite done. But I've done some of the vaulted ceilings, and I'm trying to make each one of these just a little different than the others, just to see what we have. Here's a chapel, or will be a chapel that's not done yet, but it actually needs to be expanded out a little bit. But in the actual Church of St. Francis, the under Basilica has got all these side chapels and for various saints. And oh, look at that! Isn't it gorgeous? So you've got this dome ceiling, which, vaulted ceiling, and then with the stained glass blocks above it. It really lights this room up. I'm really happy with it. Look at all the bad guys. It's getting to be night. How can it be night? Really? Okay. So it's night. I don't know how, but I swear that I started filming at first light. But I will take a nap and we'll come right back here. Okay, so anyway, why doesn't my left hand do that? Anyway, so each one of these crypts, or each one of these chapels is different and to a different state. And like this one in the real church is St. Catherine Chapel, and it's decorated differently. And I have not done any of the set dressings, but I'm trying to keep with the flavor, if you will. So this is kind of a cool little place. And like I said, this one still needs to be done. I've kept that dwarven feel still. Got dwarven runes in here. The coloring, the wallpaper and the marble doesn't look that bad. I don't know. But the color palette is nice. So, in each one of these, as you go up into this chapel, has a little window that leads out into the lower courtyards on the west side. And on the east side, the mountain kind of extends out. So most of them are in the ceiling. This makes a really bright room. That's kind of nice. Like I said, all this needs to be dressed. I'll probably finish out these walls with a different color of brick. And the actual church, every piece of flat area is, and I haven't done the vaulted ceiling here, is frescoed. Paintings everywhere. So I'm not sure about the color either. The blue, I like the blue, but I'm not sure about this block. We go to this side, which if you look straight up, is you got dark or not a happy place. Oh, also not a happy place. All right. Anyway, but this was kind of my nod to the fantasy world with the we worship all the gods trope. So here is not a happy place, and I've made it as close to being not a happy place as I can possibly get. And then, look at that. If that doesn't give me nightmares, I don't know what does. It's kind of a pulsing chaos 40K warp aspect drive to it. And then there's a trapdoor that actually leads down into the subvaults. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, all right. So we're going to save this for last because so this is the vault I haven't got done yet. And according to this chart, this is the Reconciliation Chapel. I pulled my book out for confessions. And I thought, well, all right, we don't do that. But it does open up, and you go up the steps, and you're in this little courtyard area with the flowers and the trees and the meditation and what have you. And this is what that, if it was the Temple of St. Catherine, or the Chapel of St. Catherine, this is what the roof is. And then another block roof is disturbing. So this will be kind of a geometric garden when I get done with it. And it's got a nice look. I like it. It's got a nice area to look out over the valley at the pumpkins and where the lake's going to be. You look back at the church and contemplate everything at St. Catherine. Oh, there we go. Oh no. Anyway. So we go back down into the confession chapel. I might actually put a confession on here. That would be kind of funny. Okay. So back down the steps, and we go towards into the chapel, but before we get there, we have one more. And a real kind of black, dark room. It's not finished yet. One small window. But it also leads down into the hooky. Go. Oh wait, hooky right in the does. So the start of my underground is going to be right here. I thought that was pretty cool. And it actually leads down and out of the mountain. So once again, that's pretty cool. And then there's another cave complex right there. So, and then your shrooms. What else can you do? You just stay down there. And then the last of the vaults on this floor is kind of like an observation for the rich and powerful. They can sit up here, they can sip wine, and tell each other how great they are. I'm going to finish up this wall, and this will be a nice place to hang out. So, let's start. Glass windows look pretty good. And then, because of the church, we've got a different floor plan. We've got, I don't know. I'm looking at these arches, and I might go with all the gold window blocks. But there's no arch for it. And then this will be filled, and I've got to do the dome or the arches on here. And we've got the altar up here. Move back on the church. And you can see it's offset just a little bit to whiten this up. But if we go down this way, there's a couple things, and this is not done. This is actually the stairwell that goes up to the main floor, which we saw the other day. And this is the steps that goes down into the vault. Well, this goes out into the courtyard, which there'll be buildings all the way around on this western side and back and wrap around this corner. So this is just not hanging there. But the crypt is done this way. But I don't want to go in this way. I want to show you this other way. So, like I said, all these ceilings have to be vaulted. I've still got quite a bit of work to do. But as in the real church of St. Francis, the second bay over, or mid halfway down, and I've got an extra vault in here. The Church of St. Francis at Assisi only has 3 vaults on each side. I've got 4. Not that I'm better, it's just that I miscounted. So if we go down these steps and then down this hall, which reflects the actual church, come into this room, which is kind of cool. And then this is going to be stairways going down into another part of cave complex. Can you hear my keyboard? I have one. I might put a clacky keyboard in. But the tomb of St. Francis is back right through this door. Well, in the real church. But I'm really, really happy with this. So I kind of went with the concept. And do you like it? No. I've been wondering how I can use these lettered blocks, and I did. Anyway, so we've used quite a few items. I've used glass blocks as the bottom for the casket, and then I don't actually like this as a good fix. I want a fence, or the original one has like a metal grate or railing or gate all the way around it, but it does have this central pillar, which I'll probably put banners or something on, and then just use the cut and the rock and then the fires. Just kind of a nice, and then the roof again. I use the glass roof again. There. And we're back. I use the glass roof again to bring light into here, but it just gives it a very open, airy place. You've got your big window, and you got the crypt of Thorne. So, anyway, pretty happy with the build. And then, as I said, back towards the main chapel, out through this door, and up these really badly made stairs that I gotta redo. And it's not finished. Somehow it's almost going down. And then we're back to here. And I've added some windows. And I've added a door to get into the loft. For the rich people, they'll have to, make nice with the common folk down there. And we're pretty much back to where we were. I don't think I've fixed anything or added anything from here. I might have worked on those windows a little bit, but I don't think so. And so, as the sun sets, it's pretty. As the sun sets, kind of look over the church, and I need to do this vaulted ceiling too. We're back up here, and it's coming along. It's coming along. A lot of work left to do, but we're getting there. And I still got to do the stairwell. So, that's a beautiful sight. Yep. Just something about Conquest Reforged when you get beautiful vistas like this. Just really gorgeous. So, anyway, and a nice full moon. I'm looking at the church. So, anyway, that's about it for today. And we'll add more to this as the week goes on. I wanted to get this out because I spent a lot of time for the last 2 days working on the underground. I started out just trying to do a little bit and ended up digging a whole lot of stuff. I admit I did use some dynamite. And, well, anyway, that's it for me. I will see you around next time. And I hope you enjoyed this one. And this is turning into a pretty decent build. So, have a great one. Talk to you later.
Så då med reven gjorde han der. Han må for å mugen les og sjunga. Båne dote blå med kinna. Han lokkar revena